Hey Club Kids, Lily here. I'm in Fire Island right now, not to brag. And Steven? Well, he's in business class on a flight from Madrid to New York City. So, no, there won't be an episode of Celebrity Book Club today. But we have a little treat for you. We're sliding in an episode of one of my favorite podcasts, Straightiolab, straight into our feed. Straightiolab is an intellectual podcast where smart comedians, gay guys, read. George Civeris and Sam Taggart unpack the rich, multicolored tapestry of straight culture. In this episode, Mitra Jouhari joins the boys to dive into Victoria's Secret and ask, can alternative comedians perform in a fashion show? Can a baby be anti-intellectual? And finally, what words are in and what words are out for 2021? The answers may surprise you. So enjoy, Club Kids, and I'll be back.
Everyone shut up. It's time to start the podcast.
Wait, and George, is it your jacket from Uniqlo?
Yeah.
I have the exact same one in the exact same color.
Oh,
Get his
me and Mary
ass.
Beth Barone.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, no,
For all
for
three
sure.
of us to have a matching thing.
No, it's huge to have a matching thing. I've been recently I've been actually having a huge crisis about how everything I own is from Uniqlo because I've been I promise I'll make this short, but I subscribed to an invite-only fashion newsletter.
Yes.
One of her big things, it's written by Rachel Tashjian, and who's a GQ writer, and one of her big things is like resisting the kind of like algorithm like Everlane, Uniqlo, like just algorithm clothes. And like I had this realization where I was like, wait, like we all are too good for algorithm clothes. Like we should actually make an effort to like have our own sense of style and like not look like, you know, Everlane ads. And now I just like open my closet and look inside and I just want to scream.
Everlane. This is Everlane.
Wow.
I stopped after like the moment that we were supposed to stop, but I had so much Everlane because their jeans fit me really well. And it's just hard to find good jeans. When you find the pants that fit, I fucking popped off on Everlane. And then,
yeah, it seems like their women's jeans are better than their men's jeans.
Shots fired. That will be the thing that takes down Everlane.
My fashion? Well, you know, my boyfriend's old ripped t-shirt. Yes, I'm so effortless and sexy.
For me, it's sort of a nice maternity pant.
Ooh. Oh, God. I swear to God, I tried to go vintage shopping in Williamsburg today. The one thing I bought, you better believe it was a Levi's denim jacket from maybe this year. Like,
That's vintage. That's vintage.
Truly, like I bet you it's from 2018. And I was like, ooh, vintage.
Oh yeah, bone chilling to go to like Crossroads and come out with like a Brandy Melville top.
Yeah. Yes.
Today, I swear to God, one of the things I gravitated towards was a blazer. It was like, it looked like a really cool blazer. Looked at the tag, Zara.
I was literally, I knew it was Zara. I knew it was going to be Zara.
Oh my God. Wait, we have to start the podcast.
I know.
feel
Sorry.
okay.
We're like, okay, wait.
We're like already, like maybe
We're
the
already
podcast already started.
Yeah,
Wait,
we
it already
In
started.
the podcast?
Okay, but now, let's do our intro, Sam, and then we'll re-bring Mitra in.
Okay, cool. This is all going in, right? We're all going to keep all
Yeah,
of it.
why not?
Okay, good. 'Cause
fun.
It's fun.
Look, we're laughing.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay,
we're
but
having
Mitra,
fun.
for now on, just
You're not going to hear a word from me.
No, Mitra,
Starting
seriously.
now. Starting now.
like,
Okay, starting and now.
No,
Okay.
seriously, this isn't funny.
okay, podcast starts now.
Okay, podcast starts now. Hey everyone, and welcome to Straightiolab. If you know, depending on how we edit this, you've probably been listening for a couple of minutes, and wow, what a blast! But I've got good news. It's just me and George now. Mitra has agreed to keep her little mouth shut. So
We've heard your demands, and we told her to shut up.
oh God. Well,
goodness.
George, how the hell are you?
You know, I am good. There are so many things happening in my life. Off the top of my head, I'm reading a book and I went to Williamsburg.
You know, I saw you tweeting about reading a book maybe twice today, and I said,
Yeah.
he's reading a book. This is going to come up.
And here's the thing. People have been talking about how I'm reading a book. And can I say something about the book I'm reading?
Please.
I'm actually racing against time because
So?
the television adaptation of said book is coming out April 1st on HBO Max Sinista.
Oh my God, that's so soon. You have a week to finish the book.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Which book is it?
The book, thank you for asking, is called Made for Love by Alyssa Nutting. And the series that's about to premiere is with, you might know it of me mentioning it to our group chat and asking if anyone wanted to do a book club and me being met with silence fame.
Not silence. You said, I'm reading this book by Alyssa Nutting, and I said, Nutting, nice. And
that was the only response from the 8 people in the chat that I got. So that was cool. And then no one ever like circled back to it. And despite the fact that everyone in our chat claims to support Kristen Miliotti's career and this is her show, but no one wants to do a book club on the book.
That's because they would support the TV show. They don't care about the book. Just show us the real art, the TV show.
Fair. I mean, luckily the author is involved in the making of the TV show, so you can still support her by simply watching television. That's how it should be for most authors.
When books are TV shows, honey, it just goes down a little easier.
It does. It's true. It's true. And Ray Romano is in it.
Oh, congrats.
I'll say this book is psychotic. And I'll not to brag, I've read other things by her. This one is especially psychotic. Currently, one of the characters has her arm stuck in a sex doll, in the mouth of a sex doll. And another character is discovering that he has a dolphin fetish.
This all sounds really made up and kind of
it's fiction.
Need I say more? Well, I've got a story that is somewhat stranger than fiction.
Whoa.
Yeah. My sister gave birth this weekend.
What?
That's right, biatch. I'm an uncle now.
That's huge.
Isn't that crazy?
Wait, I didn't even know you were an expectant uncle.
Yeah, that's, I kind of keep it close to the chest because I don't want people to, think I'm bragging or, whatever.
Literally me making a bar graph, and one of them is times Sam has mentioned his new haircut, and one is times Sam has mentioned the fact that his sister is pregnant, and one is really tall and the other one is 0.
Okay, to be fair, my new haircut is in many ways my baby, and it looks incredible, and it's a huge swing for me, and it's a huge swing that paid off. The ball is out of the park. I mean, congrats to my sister and the baby, but this haircut is going to be making waves for a while.
Yeah, no, for sure. I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the name of the baby?
The baby's name is Bo.
Love.
Isn't that fun?
That's really fun.
It's like playful. It's like handsome. There's something about it.
That's a very now baby name, I feel.
Yeah. It's sort of it's sort of anti-intellectual.
Yeah, it's sort of anti-intellectual. But it's also like, I would say Bo is
That's the dumbest thing I've ever said.
It's a really big trend right now to name your baby something anti-intellectual.
When my sister and her husband named their baby Bo, the anti-intellectualism jumped out.
Wow.
That is dumb as hell.
To me, Bo is also, it could be an older man's name, and I think it's very trendy right now to do that. Would you agree?
Yeah, give a baby an old man's name.
Like Alfred.
Like Harold. When a baby is named Harold, I'm in heaven.
I mean, that's literally Greta Gerwig's baby's name.
See what I mean? Greta Gerwig, the anti-intellectualism jumped out.
I mean, with her, it really did. Just kidding. I support her career.
I stand. I love.
And she really snapped when she cast Laura Dern as Mother.
Oh, right. I thought you meant in the film Mother, and I was like, wait, she did the casting for Mother?
Yeah, she did. She was the casting director for Mother.
That's awesome sauce for her.
Yeah, that's how she started out.
I mean, she acts, she directs, she casts. So versatile.
So, anything else?
I mean, it's honestly up to you to like ask follow-up questions on like
yes, you're right. Thank you for calling me in. Here's my follow-up question. When are you going to meet this baby?
I think in a couple weeks, like 3-ish weeks.
And what is your ideal role as an uncle?
Okay, and here's sort of what I don't know. So being a gay uncle, there's something very specific about that role. You're sort of expected to be a little more performative in your uncleship, I think. And I think what would be hilarious, I'm already kind of starting to lean into it, is just sort of being the funny uncle. And I think you can play with that in a huge way. For example, have you seen like gay uncle merch? Like the stuff that is like so bad, like a onesie that says like, yes, queen, or like...
I'm sorry, that you consider gay uncle. So you consider that to be the target demographic, to be gay uncles that want to gift that to their nieces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
So I think getting things like that would be absolutely hilarious. For the baby shower, I got, a bunch of like pacifiers, and I said, suck on that, baby bender. Come on, the levity.
Wait, I'm sorry. The pacifiers say suck on that, baby bender?
No, the note did.
Oh.
No, you're expecting sort of like on your journey, I hope that you always look to God. And instead they see,
is your sister's partner's last name Bender?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Bo Bender?
Yeah.
Okay, Bo Burnham found dead in a ditch.
That's actually true.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to say, Bo Bender, like, it does already sounds like a celebrity name. Like, there's kind of a lot riding on this baby. Especially
in the comedy sphere. I mean, if you see the name Bo Bender on a lineup, you're like, this guy's probably a little silly, but maybe
certainly funnier than Harold Baumbach.
Yeah, Harold Baumbach is only getting stuff because he's so well connected.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Bo Bender really worked his way up the UCB ladder.
Which in the future will be relevant again.
Yes.
Can't wait for the future that we can all believe in.
Should we introduce our guest?
I think we should reintroduce our guest.
You might know her from UCB.
Literally true.
Well, put your paws up for Mitra Jouhari.
To be silenced during a segment where a new baby is born, one of my favorite things in the world, and you talk about one of my favorite books, was challenging. I love Made for Love.
Oh, you like Made for Love?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm like halfway through. Are you excited about the television adaptation?
I am. I don't know. I think they've announced it. If not, I'll check, but you might have to take it out of this. But Patty's in it also.
Oh my God.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll bleep it out if it's if they haven't announced it yet. And then people can guess which of our friends it is.
But it's one of the only books that has ever made me like laugh out loud, actually.
It truly is funny. Well, you know what? Okay. Straightiolab recommendation. Another recent book that made me laugh out loud was called The Babysitter at Rest by Jen George. And it really is, it made me think it's so rare that a book makes you laugh out loud. And I actually think more books should make you laugh out loud.
I know. I don't have a lot of memories of laughing at books.
Usually
really
I kind of dramatically sigh. Usually I'll read something and I'll be like, oh, okay.
I'm desperately trying to think of if I've ever laughed at a book.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, when are you laughing at a book? And Made for Love is one of those books for me.
You know, it's interesting. So often comedians write books. They never make me laugh.
Yeah. And like, the freshly graduated from college me reading Bossy Pants on the train. Like, was I just cracking up? Like,
I'm sure
Bossy Pants, Bossy Pants, the success of Bossy Pants as a memoir written by a comedian led to so many bad books.
Right.
Sure.
Otherwise, see my face perfect.
I'm like, I'm scared.
What would your comedian book of essays be called? Mine would be called Someone Sitting There by George Civeris.
That's awesome.
Mine would be called If This Is a Party, Then Where's All the People?
we're supposed to be sitting, then why am I standing? It's always like something like that.
Literally. So a couple of weeks ago, I tried to come up with a joke one and then Googled it. And sure enough, it was an existing book of essays by a comedian that we vaguely know. Anyway.
Drinking lying down.
That's like, it's like the feedback on that is like too intellectual. Like that's too smart. People might not get it.
It does seem like, I mean, so many people do it. It's like, wait, this is like a way to like get rich quick, right? Like this is how comedians kind of cash in, right?
My get rich quick one would be called Pass the Hummus.
Well, then in that case, you know what mine would be called? It's all Greek to me.
Yes. Well, really, it's nice to Mitra. Nice to Mitra. A story about being brown in Ohio.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, from tag to fag in 10 simple steps?
Ooh. There was one that was written by like a political
Anyone can do it.
It's self-help. It's
Step one.
Well, then it has to have a subtitle that's like stories about growing up, getting
Trauma.
out, and eggs.
Wait, have you guys ever heard of the title of Swoozie Kurtz's biography, which I have read?
No.
Okay. So Swoozie Kurtz, like kind of older, like character actress, like lady of the stage. Her book. Wait, hold on. I want to get it right. It's a really long title, which is why I'm looking it up. Okay, it's Parts 1, Part Goose, an uncommon memoir of womanhood, work, and family.
Ooh.
What? Wait,
I always
exactly what
love putting in the word womanhood is a big one. I think if you're a woman and you write a book, it needs to have the word womanhood. Otherwise, people might not
piss,
know.
And come.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a really good one.
There was one recently. Oh, okay. This is actually one of my favorite ones. You know Simone Sanders? She works for Joe Biden.
Yes.
Okay, this is her book title. Are you ready? It's called No, You Shut Up, Speaking Truth to Power and Reclaiming America. Which I love because
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's yes.
someone I was like someone I knew was working or like said something about her and I was trying to remember the name, but I couldn't. And my guess was that it was called Fuck You, My Journey.
Oh God.
Wow. It's nice to laugh.
Well,
very giggly.
Mitra, we did silence you for a little while. Do you have any follow-up questions on, sort of my story and how I went from tag to fag to uncle?
So I love the name Bo for a baby. So cute. I'm trying to think if I had other awesome. Got my little stamp of approval.
I'm texting my sister everything you say.
No, nothing else.
Cool. Just wanted to check in.
That's just had to check in because I didn't want to like go past that.
Thank you. Yeah, it is as at record time it is Woman Month or whatever. So it was very painful to be silenced in that way. For such a significant
is it
portion.
Still Woman Month? My God.
Don't worry, it's almost over. So much progress has been made in this time.
What's the big, is there some kind of like big day during International Women's Month? I guess there is a Woman Day. No?
I don't know.
Wait, wasn't there was like a Woman's Day this year?
Yeah,
wait, that sounded so condescending and toxic. But wait, there was one, right?
No, there
Isn't it the whole month? It's this month.
It is the
March.
whole month, but I also do think there's like an International Women's Day.
Like a day where women can really pop off.
We need to it's Monday, March 8th this year. So
okay, great.
Right past that.
Whoopsies.
Wait,
just want to send a belated happy International Women's Day to all the women in my life.
Thank you. and I receive. I didn't celebrate this year. But most years I do. Most years, lay out the palette.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic, International Women's Day, March 8th was just like such a day for everybody to get together and get in the streets and just sort of like feel alive. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to celebrate women in the midst of a pandemic.
I know. A pandemic caused by women. Of course.
I heard it's caused by women.
Wait,
that's why it's so toxic.
Oy. That's why it's taking so long.
That's why it has its period.
Yeah, first wave, second wave, third wave. What is this? Feminism.
Wait, George, that was a genius joke.
Thank
that
you.
Was smart.
Thank you.
Funny, relevant. I'm all in on this joke.
You never know what's gonna get Sam.
No, that was really good.
I have a crazy idea. What if we literally go into our first segment?
I actually think that's smart because things are like flowing so naturally that it's just like maybe we should just embrace it.
So let's
it's
pump
like a
the
period.
brakes.
It's like a woman's period.
Honey, this a heavy flow.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera.
You pretty much get it from here. Okay, Mitra, our first segment is called Straight Shooters, and we sort of gauge your familiarity with the tapestry of straight culture just sort of by asking you a series of rapid fire questions, sort of an A or B. And if you ask us any follow-ups, quite simply, we'll get pissed.
Yeah, don't ask any follow-up questions. You might be very tempted to ask a very specific one, which is, wait, how do I pick? Don't ask that.
I won't. No. I listened ahead. I know that I'll be punished. I don't know why. I've listened
no one
to multiple.
does.
And then so I listened, and then I listened to multiple episodes, skipped ahead so I could try to understand what it means.
Yeah.
But now I know. Just let it wash over me.
Yeah.
It's sort of an exercise in not having meaning because everything today is, so it's trying to be optimized. It's for profit, and this is sort of not for that.
Just create for the sake of creation.
Honestly, Sam, that's one of the themes of Made for Love.
You have to read it before today's episode is done. You will have read the book from cover to cover.
That's crazy.
You're so right, though, Sam. Well, actually, no. I'm now remembering, Sam. Your mind is here because you recently read How to Do Nothing.
I read a book, Mitra. I read a book last week, so that's sort of where I'm coming from. It was great.
Okay, Mitra's response to everything. I read that.
Sorry, I'm an avid reader.
Wow, trying to stump her, and we can't.
Haven't exercised in over a year, but I have read.
Wow. Sam, would you like to start?
Okay, Mitra, I will start. Standing Lana Del Rey or manning an AC-130J fighter jet by Lockheed Martin?
This is like not nice. I guess standing Lana Del Rey.
Mitra, this is an easier one. Patagonia fleece or Herschel backpack?
Patagonia.
Okay, Mitra. The Wire, Chicago Fire, or Brockmire?
Brockmire, because I don't know what it is, and it feels to me like something where guys go like Strokes beard.
Julian Assange or Julianne Hough?
Oh.
It's a tough one.
Julian Assange.
Okay, Mary Had a Little Lamb or any song produced by will.i.am?
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Holding Someone Accountable or Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer?
Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer. And I also, just circling back to the last question, I drove from LA to Seattle this week, and I listened to Ella Funk from top to bottom yesterday while I was in the car. Because I remembered listening to it so much in like 6th grade and loving it. And it was one of those things where I was like, I just don't think I've listened to it since then. And I just made myself listen to all of it as I was driving into Seattle.
How did it hold up?
So there were some songs that were so fun. Like when I heard Hey Mama, ditch that bit, whatever, I was like, oh yes. And then like everything else was like,
yeah, Sorry,
I
go ahead.
stand the Black Eyed Peas pretty hard. I was all in on them.
We all
Me
did.
too. I was just imagining too, like my poor mom, like in the van, us begging to listen to Black Eyed Peas and screaming, "Just want to squeeze tits!" Like her just being like, "What?"
When she goes, "My lovely little lumps."
And you know what? This is actually an amazing segue to my final straight shooter.
Okay.
Because it is camel toe, moose knuckle, or gender neutral genital lump.
Camel toe.
Okay, and here's my final one. It's kind of all been leading up to this. Okay, your choices are Joey from Friends saying, "How you doing?" Steve Carell in The Office saying, "That's what she said," or Neil Patrick Harris in How I Met Your Mother saying, "Legend, wait for it, dairy."
No. Okay, I'm gonna go with Joey. And I have been unironically saying legendary lately, which is not something that I'm proud of, but I'm putting it on the pod.
You know what, Mitra? I'm gonna say you got a perfect score. The
Yeah.
energy was incredibly high. That was
Mitra, everything you're doing, I'm loving.
You have star power. You're here, and you know exactly who you are.
Mitra, you're going to Hollywood.
I've been unironically saying good vibes only recently.
I get it. You know what? We've been inside for a year. We can say this stuff. I've also been saying epic.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I do think it's, unfortunately, the word iconic is overplayed. So we are kind of backtracking to now literally talking like fourth grade boys because the one thing we had that wasn't that was iconic, and now that is over.
I know. I still find myself saying it, but I am like, I'm really calling stuff epic.
Yeah.
That is fucking epic.
I'm like,
That
what are the
rocks. It's epic.
alternatives?
I mean, sometimes they just are epic.
Awesome.
Sometimes things are epic. Sometimes things are legend. Wait for it, dairy.
Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to think of a more kind of gay / queer / feminized word. Like, should we start calling things chic again?
Chic doesn't have enough.
It's not
punch
as
to
much.
it.
It does not have.
No,
the
it feels like more like to me when I hear chic, I think of like a waifish person.
Yeah, yeah, like she
like
needs
a
help.
wisp.
She needs
Yeah.
help. She's chic.
Like a wisp.
My wife, she's chic.
Call the doctor. My wife is chic.
Wait a minute.
I'm chic and I can't get up.
Oh my God, this is the hospital chic ward. Everyone here is chic.
My life
Say
alert.
we're underfunded. We're chic.
If you're chic and you don't have health care, what do you do? Okay, sorry. I took that one. It was one plus one too far.
Like,
I'm sorry.
being chic is fuck. I can't. It's like, what's guys? I'm bailing. I'm forgetting what the word is for.
He's malfunctioning.
Because you're fucking chic. You're chic.
Sam, you're too chic to record this podcast.
Should we postpone for a later date?
I do. Yeah, can we wrap this up? Actually,
All right, I'm all done. I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.
I do think the more gay feminized thing that's going to be popping off more is the sort of making up words. Like, I think what we've seen in this season of Drag Race, if I'm being completely honest, is sort of the Gagatrondra, the like putting Idana after everything. Like, we're just going to start making
Gagatrondra is so funny.
I've never heard that.
Okay, so it's like
Gagatron.
what was the context, Sam, of Gagatrondra?
It was like got Mick during an Untucked saying like someone's look was Gagatrondra.
Gagatrondra.
Like
That is like language folding it on itself. It's so good.
There was at one point I saw a tweet, Will Kellogg in fact tweeted it, it was like me trying to remember what Marvel villains are called, and it was got Mick being like Gagatrondra.
That is
Gagatrondra.
yeah.
It is like it's a Transformer vibe.
Yeah.
Gagatrondra, like the car turns into a gun.
Absolutely. And I think that's
please, my wife, she's very chic. She was hit by a Gagatrondra.
I want to come out of this episode with a whole new language, like a paragraph that makes no sense to anyone who hasn't listened.
Oh my God.
I'm feeling so blessed and so grateful. I'm the riffs, honey, they're on today. I mean, each and every
sweating from the riffs.
You did come in with an energy that almost allowed me to be myself for the first time in my life.
I'm like, please unpack what that means.
Well, you never know. So often we're so nervous about something going well, or not nervous about it going well, but it's like it takes a lot for three different people to be on the same page.
Sure.
And I think with the birth of Bo Bender, it's a new day.
Bo Bender is ushering in a new era.
Ushering in a new era. Gagatrondra.
What if
Bo's first word is Gagatrondra?
Gagatrondra.
Oh my God. I would love at least gag.
Gag actually is like a pretty simple, like you could ensure his first word is gag.
That could be your gay uncle thing.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I think it would be even more iconic if iconic is the only word we can use still.
Well, we haven't found a suitable replacement.
Right,
Gagatrondra, of course, but
it is a bit
too
of a
many
mouthful.
syllables.
Is if I could get Bo Bender's first word to be just wig.
My dad, it's hard to tell if he's being completely serious or if there were a few words in between, but he insists that my first words were no and fuck.
I simply don't buy it.
He said it was up there and that it was really upsetting.
Maybe you were saying like no fuck, like you were trying to censor it. Like he was like fuck and you were like no fuck.
No fuck. No fuck. I also my mom had a tumor went with me, so my head came out really long. And they give you the little caps and they like roll up the caps like you do with a beanie. Mine was unrolled all the way because my head was so long. And the one of the first things my dad said when he saw me was, "Is it gonna stay like that?"
No. Oh my God, wait. Sorry.
Oh God.
I had a similar thing where, so I allegedly ate my own poop in the womb. Thank you. And then when I came out, what? Any questions?
When you came out, your teeth were brown.
Yeah, no, but apparently I like
licking your little poopy fingers.
Literally.
Your first word was poop.
I was a very like fat baby and fat teen, and like my grandmothers were like very not shy about being like, George, he's fat, like it was whatever. And so the running joke was like, George was trying to eat his own poop. That's how fat he was in the womb. And so, but my point is that apparently I came out and I was like really discolored because I was like getting chic from eating my own poop.
Oh no.
So my dad, who like really exaggerates when he tells stories, every time he tells us this story, will point to whatever nearest him is like literally navy blue. He'll be like, this color. He was this color. And it was like, and it's like him explaining that I was navy blue when I came out of my mom's womb.
Wow. My sister was blue, but she had the cord wrapped around her neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very Avatar.
Very Avatar. Gagatrondra.
That is Gagatrondra.
Gagatrondra.
Avatar realness.
Zoe Saldana's is that who's
yeah,
that?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana's Gagatrondra.
Gagatrondra. God. Anyway.
How's the rhythm?
Sam, what was your imperfection when you were born?
I was pretty chubby when I was a baby, and not that that's I just
not
think
an
that
imperfection, but okay, go on.
That's like good.
Meanwhile, Mitra had a misshapen head. I was blue. You were like, yeah, I was like a little overweight.
Yeah, I guess like I didn't have a full head of hair right away.
My nail bits suck.
I couldn't like walk.
Yeah, I couldn't walk.
But I do feel, I feel like yeah.
I wasn't bilingual yet.
Yeah. Should we get into the topic?
I think we actually should.
Okay, randomly, Mitra, what is the topic?
Okay, so my topic that I would like to talk about is Victoria's Secret.
And we absolutely love this. This is this is genius.
It's genius.
What brought you to Victoria's Secret?
Well, so from my personal perspective, it definitely like when I was like first dating and like having sex, that was the thing where I was like, well, you get Victoria's Secret. If you want to like be hot to a guy, you will have a matching Victoria's Secret panty set. And I looked at the website and I wrote down, it has the sexiest bras, panties, and lingerie. Like still committing to the word panties. But most importantly, since it is Women's Month, I'm on the website. Hashtag raise her up. It's the homepage.
Oh no.
Victoria's Secret is powered and inspired by women, which is why this month we're celebrating International Women's Day by featuring all the incredible women around the world who are fighting for equality. No, it moved. Hold on. Oh, but you get it. They're doing that, which is iconic because it is like it ruined my life.
Yeah,
for so long, and also just like the worst material. But
is that
it
true?
just feels like I don't like the material personally, and like all their like so many of their bras are like just fucking rock hard push-up bras and stuff.
Yeah.
And now they have pink, which is like a little more like athletic or whatever. But anyway, it feels like to me like performing straightness. I associate like I see like a woman in like a push-up Victoria's Secret bra, matching thong. She's so like fucking like tight, and she's like in the ocean.
She's in the ocean.
She's in the ocean. Help her.
She's drowning.
Someone save her. She's in the ocean.
She's looking fabulous while doing it.
Yeah, I think Victoria's Secret always to me is like I have no proof of this, but it's like the CEO is a man. Like
yes, Les Wexner, I believe.
And is named Lex. Les.
Let me make sure. But he was in like an Ohio person who, it's like that, and I feel like the Limited or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And like a bunch of the factories were in Ohio, and there were buildings at Ohio State, which is where I went to school and dropped out of, but they have buildings named after him. So he grew a business empire after starting the Limited, Victoria's Secret, Abercrombie and Fitch, Express, Bath and Body Works. So he loves to like sort of torture women.
I mean, he literally invented them all. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Limited 2 and Victoria's Secret were the stores.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, so when I was younger, I used to think the slap bracelets at Limited 2 were free because they didn't have price tags. So I was just shoplifting slap bracelets every time I went to Limited 2. Until one day my mom was like, "Where did you get that?" And I was like, from the bucket at Limited 2, where they give away slap bracelets.
Oh my God. Victoria's Secret in a mall is like such a charged thing because it was like, even as a boy, I feel like when you were walking past it, you're like supposed to perform being turned on. Like you're supposed to perform like looking at it and being like nice, or like,
Yes.
It's like, it's also like, you know, listen, maybe this was because of that, and because maybe I thought I was supposed to have that reaction and I didn't, and maybe it was something about me. But I think objectively, it's just a suffocating environment. Even if you're not the target, even if you're not like a woman who feels oppressed by beauty, like even if you're literally a little boy, it oozes toxicity. Like it is just not a good place to be. I just remember passing it and being like, I don't want to go in there.
Right. I mean, it's all like, I got an air bubble. Did you hear it? I haven't had an air bubble in so long. It is like so embarrassing, even though it's not my fault. Every time I get an air bubble and like my voice comes out sounding like a frog, I'm like, yuck, ew, like fuck me, right? So stupid.
Well, and not to make you self-conscious or whatever, but I don't think I've ever had an air bubble. I don't really know what that means.
Is that real?
Wait, randomly, I don't know what an air bubble is.
Oh my God.
Like, again, not trying to make you feel like the weirdest person
now
on
I'm
earth.
actually like tearing up.
Mitra, it's really okay. I just have never heard the phrase air. I've never heard someone say, "Oh, I just had an air bubble."
Think something. It is so crazy every time you think something.
Oh my God.
Just to think something is universal and it's not. It's so funny. You know, an air bubble. So
I literally don't know what to do.
you like
now.
get a little bubble in your throat and your voice comes out.
No, I can imagine. Like, yes, I'm now. I think like you try to talk and the first syllable that comes out is like in a weird voice.
It's like until you swallow the air bubble. So like it could have gone on forever.
So you could just get stuck like that?
Please, like eventually you swallow the air bubble, but like it's a little like that. But it's like you're not doing anything. It's just like the air is there and it's like in your throat and it's making your voice come out weird. But now I understand that this doesn't happen to everyone. So okay.
Not only does it like not happen to everyone, it's not like in the culture.
Wait, Sam, don't make her feel worse.
I'm just like really confused on your perspective.
Stop. I can't believe
like,
that's what you just
it's
said.
like me being like, you know, when you go to piss and you're like, what's piss? Like, I feel like that's what just happened to me.
I cannot believe that, Sam, your follow-up was not only does it not happen to everyone, you're also weird in general.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I like exit Zoom. End the podcast. Oh my God.
That was a crazy realization.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. I have no idea what I was saying.
So Victoria's Secret, to me, there are two. I think it's the perfect. It's one of the most one of the most iconic brand names.
We need a new word.
I know. One of the most.
What is it? Gagatron.
But I don't even mean iconic in a good way. I mean it in a literal sense that it has like become iconic. The Iraq War is also iconic, but not because it's good.
And
awesome
now
example.
He said it.
The only other reference you could have made in that moment.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is that like Victoria's Secret is just one of those brand names that everyone recognizes, like Coca-Cola. And to me, there are two elements of it. One is the name Victoria is such the platonic ideal of a sexual woman's name. It's almost like Victoria Veronica is like this too. Vanessa.
Victoria and Veronica are so different for me though. Veronica to me, there's a girl that I went to school with that I was obsessed with. Her name was Veronica. No other reason. I think just because her name was Veronica and she was like kind of cute. And Victoria, I feel like she's like very buttoned up. Like she's hot, but she's very like I don't know.
So Victoria for me is Posh Spice.
Oh.
Victoria Beckham.
And see, I wasn't like exposed to the Spice Girls until I was like in my 20s. Or like I like heard Spice Girl songs, but I didn't know about them. And I was kind of like, oh, like what are they? Whatever, or what are they? And then I was like, oh, they're like iconic. They're Gagatron.
So to me, Victoria is Posh Spice. Veronica is Christina Applegate and Anchorman Veronica Corningstone.
Oh,
or
wow. So kind of the opposite. We're actually flipping. Yeah.
I guess
your
right.
Veronica
right.
is my Victoria.
Right.
The duality of man.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could go on, but I won't.
I'll like work on the essay. And
wait, how do you feel about Vanessa?
Vanessa, it's so Vanessa Hudgens to me.
Oh, for me, it's Vanessa Lachey.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Because to me, when I was watching TRL when I was younger, her name was Vanessa Manillo before she married Nick Lachey. And I remember she was very, and still is very hot, but she was very attractive. And it was, that was like an early, it was very much like, oh, the perfect woman.
Well, George, does a V name exist to you that is not hot?
What about Vera?
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 That's like
hot.
Vampire hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Vera's
think
Vera's like your eye color doesn't like your eye color is like surprising given your complexion.
Yeah. Or like, okay, so I hate to say this, but like Velma is not a hot name.
I think you can say that.
Okay.
But then again, we've got Velma Kelly from Chicago, and that's hot. But in its own way.
Yeah.
Vivian, that's a hot name.
Vivian is hot.
Vivian's hot.
I had a friend in college whose name was Viviana, and I thought that was really hot.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I
that's
mean,
hot.
that sounds like a name that like got Mick made up.
No, no, it's true. It's true.
For the kids.
And she's
They're like, we want to
now,
have a hot daughter.
I think she's literally now like a civil rights lawyer. So go off, honestly.
Viviana.
I mean, that's glamour girl.
Imagine if your civil rights were in danger and your lawyer was named Viviana. I mean, it's over for the other people.
Nice to meet you. I'm Viviana.
Yeah,
I'm
and
a
it's like,
lawyer.
oh, fine, they can have rights. Yeah,
yeah, that is like jury found dead. In that
yeah,
case.
literally.
This is my impression of the jury when Viviana shows up.
Oh, he's guilty.
Oh no, they have an air bubble.
Boing, boing.
Wow, to bring back air bubble.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm actually so sorry.
To take me back to that space that I clawed my way out of.
I
a
know,
couple minutes
truly.
ago.
I'm sorry. And to just finish my thought, and then I will stop talking. It's like, so on the one hand you have Victoria, which is a hot name. On the other hand, you have Secret. It's like, it's so obvious. Like,
Right.
oh, what's her secret? It's her private parts. It's so
Yes.
obvious that a lingerie company would be called Someone's Secret.
Okay, so that's why I think it's maybe not supposed to be a sexy name, because it's like anyone could have this underneath their clothes. Like
Mhm.
anyone could be Victoria with her secret. Victoria is like, she's a businesswoman. She's like all buttoned up. And then underneath all of that, she has like a rock hard red bra.
It's non-compostable. Like you can't. It actually is like ruining the environment.
If it's within like 100 feet of flames, you will go up.
Yeah.
It's like clothing you can hear.
So wait, the secret is that she's wearing underwear?
I think.
Oh,
Like
wait,
the
to me,
secret
the
is that like
secret
there's a
is-
thong underneath.
Oh, to me, the secret is like that she has genitals, and the underwear is like
Oh.
covering up the secret.
See,
It's like,
this is
nah,
crazy because none of these things are secrets. They're all like a given. Like I would assume you have genitals. I would assume you have underwear.
No, I think the secret is like underneath like your regular outfit. Like you look at me, I'm in a black turtleneck today, but
Right.
underneath I could have on like the sexiest red bra. You would
You're
never
right.
know.
You're right. That's
That's
what it is.
Mhm.
my interpretation.
You're right.
Okay, yeah,
And I'm sure
yeah.
if we Googled it for 1 second.
No, we can't.
No,
We
no,
can't.
no. That would ruin it. That would ruin it.
When
so
really
this-
it's like, oh, my dog was named Victoria. I just thought it'd be funny.
and like she would like always like hide like my socks under the bed. So like
That's her secret. I have a really distinct memory of my mom getting a Victoria's Secret catalog and them advertising a bra called The One. Thoughts?
Like, sounds like it probably was I imagine a bra I would never want, but I would have bought when I was 18.
Right.
there was
I
like
definitely
yeah, you go.
I definitely like was buying Victoria's Secret bras until not that long ago. Until I when like I feel like it's very recent that like en masse we were like, we don't like need to do this, right? Like I don't think it like I feel like it doesn't like it feels like it's longer than it is that happened.
Totally.
At least like within my community. I think there was just a moment where I was like, wait, I can like just like wear Hanes. Like that's okay.
Yeah. Well, and not just that, it's almost like now it's uncool to try so hard or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar. I feel like it's cooler to be like in extremely basic basics and be like, I'm the one that makes them sexy, you know?
Oh my God, back to Everlane.
Back to Everlane.
It's
I
the
mean, I
Everlane
had
complex. Yeah.
I had a ton of Everlane underwear, RIP, but they all actually disintegrated because they were like the material was too thin. But they all had like holes in them. But I yeah, it's either that or it's like get some like amazing, like ethically made, like crazy. I have like either like the ugliest, biggest underwear or like underwear that I spend $1 million on that are like made of silk and I wear like once a year to be like she's got it.
Yeah. Huh.
Huh.
Do you know what I
bought it-
recently? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I bought it for my college boyfriends and I was like, this is what we'll do it. This is what will show them that I'm good at sex. And
Mhm.
like it just felt so important. And I remember like I was like dating someone or like whatever, not even dating, but like he lived far away. So I mailed him a set of Victoria's Secret underwear and bra and was like, this is what I will wear when I get to you. And I was
Wait,
like,
this is
19.
okay. Here's a question.
Mhm.
Like, or not even a question, just a prompt. The idea of lingerie as a gift is such a huge part of this culture. And I think it can
Yes.
work both. The way you did it is empowering and feminist than Gagatron. But then the opposite side of that is like a man buying it for you, quote unquote, as a gift with the implication that you're going to wear it for him, which like up until so recently was like such a common cultural trope.
Yes, and we were supposed to be like, yes.
Like, oh my God, just what I wanted.
Like, get me like food. Get me like a cool hat.
Real cool.
This is an interesting point though, when it's like when gay people do something, it's hot, and when straight people do something, it's really messed up and weird. If a man were to buy me like a weird underwear thing and be like, I want you to wear this, I'd be like, this is the hottest thing anyone has ever done.
My nightmare is like somebody like guessing my sizes like that. Like that's hell, because either way, I'm like, I feel bad, and I'm not like, it just feels horrible. Or just like, it's so specific, like what underwear a person like, or at least for me, like I'm very particular about what underwear I wear and the material and like the shape of it. Like it has to be like, has to hit high-waisted, and like if it's gonna be it has to be like this kind of thong or whatever. Like I don't want a bikini, I want a boy short, like all that shit, where it's like I can't even imagine being like my boyfriend and like opening up a website and being like, time to get exactly what Mitra likes.
Well, exactly, because it's like it's hard enough to buy someone a sweater.
Yeah.
You know what? Like the idea that you would actually try to buy someone underwear.
But it's not like underwear for like wearing. It's like underwear for like.
And now we said it.
And now we said it.
We're not even prioritizing women's comfort. It's for the man.
That's finally someone dares to go there with Victoria's
making
Secret.
the subtext text.
Just like, yeah, I guess it's all the same, like Sports Illustrated too. I guess like every single one of the models also sort of had the same face, which was very confusing to me.
Yeah.
Where I remember always looking at the displays and like trying to figure out if it was one person or many people.
Wait, you're so right. Yeah. Also, like now I'm having other flashbacks to my mom's Victoria's Secret catalogs. Like they would have like kind of famous, like they would have like famous models in them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, like Giselle.
Yeah.
Or other models.
Well, and that's like how you get, like that's like a big deal to be like, I'm a Victoria's Secret model. Like that makes you a famous model.
Yeah. Oh my God, Victoria's Secret. What about the Victoria's Secret fashion show as a concept?
So brave, so empowering, so good. I loved it.
here's what I picture that. And I think this did happen. I'm not just imagining it. Like there's musical performances that happen while the models walk down the runway. So it's like, It'll be literally Giselle walking down in lingerie. And I swear to God, Justin Bieber. Like,
I'm pretty sure that happened.
Yes,
literally
that absolutely happened.
Like going around her and being like, you baby, like, you know.
I am 18.
Yeah. It's so bad.
I want to perform my like old comedy at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. That's what they need to do, is have me come on and be like, my name's Gretchen and I'm 13.
They should have literally Janine Garofalo do stand-up comedy.
Oh my God. And she rolls up like with the notebook and it's just kind of like talking. That was
I have to say, we will not have full progress until Janine Garofalo performs stand-up comedy at the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Finally, there we go.
Take that, statement. Women's History Month.
Fourth wave starts now.
If I ever like marry a trillionaire or something, I'm gonna self-finance my own Victoria's Secret show. That'll be my first act as trillionaire.
Mitra, let me stop you right there. You mean if you ever become a trillionaire?
Happy Women's Month.
I have not one skill that could make me rich.
Ever heard of writer performer? That's a skill.
Writer performer casting director Greta Gerwig.
I'm gonna make such an epic short film on Instagram that I become a trillionaire.
The first Instagram Reels trillionaire.
You know,
collecting billions from Adult Swim.
I will say it took me until I was about 30 years old to find out that actually like writer performers like don't make the big bucks.
It's
I
crazy.
was like, oh no, like this whole time I thought.
No, you have to get into producing.
Yeah.
Or you have to be a psychotic little agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But...
Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, good for them.
Isn't it shocking when you talk to someone who you think of as being like way, way, way more successful than you, and then you realize they're also not making any money?
I know. And they're like, renting my room. And I'm like, what? You don't have a house?
It's actually crazy.
I feel that way with like, because I just don't understand how the music industry works. And I'm like just starting to know. So like every successful musician is like I feel like that's like the one that I'm always like, wait.
Oh no, they make no money. It's crazy.
Shouldn't you have like a plane?
Yeah. No, it's like, or especially like successful quote unquote like indie musicians where you're the epitome of cool. Like you've performed at Bonnaroo 3 years running. Like surely something must be coming out of this. And they're like, I have 6 roommates.
Nightmare.
Guys, Phoebe Bridgers listens to this. Like she's gonna be really offended that we called her poor.
Hi,
I do think Phoebe Bridgers is rich in my mind.
See, and that's what we're talking about.
That makes it true.
That makes it true. You know what's sad? She probably isn't. That's really sad.
I think she is.
Okay, she is. It's canon that Phoebe Bridgers is rich.
And I just want to say, like, never met her, know nothing about her, like, enjoy her music, have no right to say that she's rich. But I want that for her.
Me too. I really think she deserves it.
I think she deserves it. I think anyone that's been on TV even once deserves to be rich. I think it really ruins the illusion when I think that they could be worried about paying rent. That really bums me out.
You know what's even darker is like writing a book and publishing it also doesn't make you rich.
Yeah, what?
Imagine how much effort it would take. Oh no, Mitra.
No.
Okay, so this is what I got another air bubble. I think because I'm laughing so much.
And it's okay.
And that's okay. You know,
I actually feel
we
sick.
learned something.
I'm just kidding. I think it's funny, but because I like it feels the same thing to me as realizing that like the restaurant that was so popular in my hometown isn't a chain restaurant. Like that's what is happening to me over and over again today.
Totally. I actually had something, I can't even remember what it was. Recently, I had that with a word I've been mispronouncing wrong my whole life, and I was so humiliated.
I thought it was the Honduras until I was like 20. Yeah.
I thought it, I certainly when I was younger, like before I knew kind of like what the etymology of certain brands were, I would be like, before I knew Givenchy, I'd be like, Givenchy.
Of course.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say any of them now.
Yeah.
Being asked to say anything nice out loud, it's the same.
No.
Like anytime I'm in like a fancy place, I assume that I stink. Like that's like sort of the like
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Or suddenly my skin is really oily. I will enter a place like that and suddenly it's like, oh, do you not have a skincare regimen?
Yeah. Every time I'm in like a really nice, like a room full of like really like fancy people, I'm like, my BO, I know I'm like, my body stinks. I know my body stinks. And there's like nothing actually like crazy happening, but I'm just like, everyone here, I know they all smell amazing and I stink like shit.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that mean?
I thought of a word that I never know how to say right.
Okay, what?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Louis-Dreyfus.
But like, I think many times in my life I've said Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
That's fine. I mean,
yeah, that's fine, Sam.
I'm
big
like
deal.
saying so much shit and forgiving so much shit that I have nothing to do with. Oh my God, that's fine.
Well, to your stink point, you know, when we could go places, I love to lean into the stink, you know, get ahead of it, sort of proudly not wear deodorant and then say, you know what, this is good. This is a good thing.
Sam, you're famous for being a stinker.
Yeah, I'm a little stinker. Stinker Mafia, rise up.
Okay, empowering.
Yeah, you know, and I just don't really feel like wearing deodorant, quite frankly. But honestly, when I am working a job, I do wear deodorant because I don't want people to dislike me.
Yeah.
And
I
yet
get
you
that.
don't have that courtesy with your closest friends.
They should love me for who I am.
Oh, good call. Interesting.
I have like no actually interesting revelations on Victoria's Secret. It just felt like straight culture to me.
No, it's the perfect topic for a podcast. Sam, do
Yeah.
you have it?
The
I'm trying to
perfect
think
topic for a podcast.
for our
I mean,
podcast.
specifically this one.
I mean, if you were gonna go on like Fresh Air and be like, yeah, my topic is Victoria's Secret, I don't think that would fly. But for art purposes,
any final thoughts on Victoria's Secret? The other straight element of it is how like it is sex for people who don't understand sex yet. It is people
Yes.
who want to appear like they know but actually have no idea, so they're like grasping at straws. It's like when a like young boy talks about like what girls are hot. It's that. And so it's like elementary school sexy.
Like, I'm sure there are still like tons of people who love it. I think it's just realizing that like we like the real thing. The real question is like the people who don't know yet that they don't have to do it. Like I can certainly like, I get that it's fun to put on a push-up bra and look like I have bigger tits than I do. Like, that's awesome. I love
really
that.
fucking cool.
As someone who like doesn't really have tits, I love putting on a push-up bra. To me is like so funny. Like, as someone who like never wears any kind of bra really ever, like to put on a push-up bra is you have to laugh. But also I'm like, this rocks. This is awesome. I could be convinced to be like this forever. Well, now it's like even more sinister because they're adding the layer of like empowerment, like empower yourself, sweetie, like get the same product, but now it's empowering.
Yeah. Yeah, so much can change with just literally marketing language.
It's a good lesson.
This pussy grabs back on a Victoria's Secret thong.
I have a question.
Oh my
like,
God, that's
obviously,
genius.
we're now heading towards everyone calling bullshit on that kind of empowering marketing language. Like, what's gonna happen after people can no longer get away with that? Like, the world's gonna implode. That's been the crux of everything for so long.
Everything has been like, you are brave, buy this.
Exactly. Like, that's no longer gonna fly within like a year.
Yeah, girl boss, get Cheerios. Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll go back to being like, fuck women.
I think literally that. I mean, unfortunately, I think it might.
The two
You're
genders.
not good enough. Wear this.
The two genders are literally girl boss, yas queen, and fuck women.
Oh God. It's dark.
Scary. It's dark.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well,
fascinating. Well, I'll say this. I really think we got to the bottom of a lot of stuff.
I think we really got to the bottom of a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. I'm stalling because I don't know what I'm going to do for a final segment, but really good work. Everyone.
Well, I just want to say for me, like this podcast, I experienced so much. I was silenced at the beginning, and then I was bullied for a bodily function, and then yeah, I guess thanks for everything.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Well, I mean, you've done an amazing
See you
job
next time.
of raising awareness for bubbles or whatever that was.
Stop, Sam, you're so mean. I just want it on record because often I'm accidentally mean. Sam was more mean about the bubbles than I was.
Okay, I literally wasn't mean. I was just being investigative. I was trying to learn more about
Being
is.
investigative is one of the tenets of our ethos.
Of our podcast.
Yeah. Well, Mitra, I don't know if one of the episodes you listened to was with Nori Reed, because that's where we defined a concept known as glamour girl as someone who is wounded, glamorous, and seeking truth.
Oh, I have not heard that episode out.
Well, it's a big one.
I think that's wonderful.
In terms of the myth making of Straightiolab, it's huge. And I want to say I would go so far to say is glamour girls don't shop at Victoria's Secret.
It's certainly the last resort. I would
Last
imagine.
resort.
Yeah, they do when they're on a job. Like
They'll
when
go
they're,
there.
like,
They'll
yeah,
go
like-
there.
Like undercover, like working a big job. Like they'll go to Victoria's Secret and like get stuff for their
A huge part of being a glamour girl is going undercover. And
Well,
for that,
with like being undercover, like of course you're not going to dress how you would normally dress, and there's so much seduction that goes into being undercover. So
Yeah.
like you're constantly fucking
We're talking
to
about
get the
being
secrets.
undercover. We're talking about being undercover as though it's like a kind of classic part of life. Like, you know, that
For a
feel when you're
glamour girl.
undercover.
A glamour girl has to get the secrets, and to do that, she has to go undercover,
Right.
and to really get the secrets, she has to seduce. Often.
Okay, you're right. It's
Just
true.
part of the job.
It's part of the job.
part of the job.
It's part of the job. And I take it back. Glamour girls can go to Victoria's Secret, but every time they go, they also donate money to a cause.
And it's tax deductible.
Yes, and if, yes, exactly. They write it off as a work expense.
Well,
let's do our final segment.
let's do our final segment.
So,
Okay,
Mitra, our
yeah.
final segment is called shout outs, and we give a shout out to something that we like, sort of in the style of a 2001 TRL. You're shouting out to your squad back home.
Free hugs vibes.
Absolutely. And George, do you want to go first?
Sure, why not?
Okay, love it.
Okay.
I'm like, you're
Wow.
furious, but sure.
What's up? What's up, my dear and beloved listeners? I want to give a quick shout out to garlic.
Woo!
Yes.
I love garlic. Oprah voice. I love garlic.
He went there. Okay.
Fearless.
This morning, I got a text from my mom, and she said, "This Thursday is the 200th anniversary of Greece's independence." And I say,
I thought you were gonna say the 200th anniversary of garlic.
I know. I'm like, is this still about garlic?
She told me that and I had forgotten this, that one of the traditional things you make on Greek Independence Day is fried cod and skordalya, which is a garlic kind of dip. And it
Yum.
made me think, what a great opportunity to use one of my favorite ingredients, garlic, which so often gets overshadowed by other things in a dish, and in fact make a dish that is just garlic dip. Can you imagine something
Yum.
so powerful? It's that feel when Kelly Rowland has a solo career. It's that feel when the supporting actress gets the nomination and wins. It's Renee Zellweger in Cold Mountain. To me, garlic is Renee Zellweger, and that's all. Woo! Woo!
Wow. I love that.
Thank
That was
you.
beautiful.
Okay, mine's obvious. What's up, my listener losers out there? I want to give a huge shout out to Bo Bender. That's right. I'm shouting out a child. This is his first shout out of all time. Bo is going to look back on this moment and be like, damn, I got a straight up shout out. That explains why I have such a head start in the entertainment industry. He is going to be a writer performer, and he's going to be the first rich one. I cannot wait for you, Bo Bender, to be an industry insider, writer performer, wealthy agent / casting director. So you've got star power, baby, and I love you for that. Keep it up. XOXO, Sam.
Woo!
Wow.
Huge.
Really good.
Huge. So far we have garlic and Sam's newborn nephew.
Okay. So I'm going to give a huge shout out to Post-it notes. They come in so many colors. They help me keep track of everything. I love Post-it notes. My walls are covered in Post-it notes.
Woo!
Check it out.
Oh my God, they really are.
Woo, I see them. Woo.
Yes.
Slay, slay.
Slay, slay. They come in so many sizes, so many shapes.
I mean, not that many shapes, but yeah, some.
More than you would think.
More than you would think. More than you would think.
You think of the square, but there's actually so much more than
There's
that.
so many more. Okay, well, woo.
Woo.
Now-
Beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
So garlic,
Gagatrandra.
bow, and Gagatrandra.
Gagatrandra.
Wow, that's what I should have really shot. Gagatrandra, to have a. It really is like It also makes me think of like a woman wielding a scepter in a tundra
Yes.
because of the obvious Trandra, but like
right, because of the
see
rhyme.
a woman in like yes, right, exactly. It makes me think of oh fuck, what's the character from Avatar? Oh, there's one that like whatever, it does not matter. And I'm talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay,
not-
so I was wondering that.
Okay. Because weirdly enough, we've actually discussed James Cameron's Avatar on this podcast multiple times.
It's a
recently.
running theme, apparently.
I've seen that, but I really I've spent a lot of time with Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's
Yeah.
a show that I also want to rewatch, but it was huge for me.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I recently went on a podcast that was about Dragon Ball Z, a show I've never watched.
Did you
Fun.
crush or?
Yeah, I think I did pretty well. At one point, I said something. I was like trying to be funny, and I was like, one of my biggest insecurities is like not understanding a cultural product because I feel stupid or something. And I was trying to be funny, but they were like, "Oh, it's okay if you don't get it." Like,
kind.
I was
Sweet.
like,
They
thanks.
sound nice.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway.
That's the worst feeling in the world is being like, oh, thanks. I was actually being a bitch. I used to post like long rambling Facebook statuses where I was like, so excited. I got a call back. It will be under a bridge at 3 a.m. It's for a play that will be 17 hours long about cum and piss. And then my mom would be like, so proud of you. I'd be like, no, I was being a bitch. Nothing good is actually happening to me.
Mom, it was a takedown of my peers.
Mom, this joke was for 3 people. Back off.
Back off. This isn't for you. You to your mom about your Facebook status.
This public thing that I posted is actually incredibly ironic and meant for an audience of 3.
And then your dad comments with the image that's like, let people enjoy things.
But it's like about your mom enjoying your Facebook status. Wow.
Well,
Another incredible riff.
Mitra, this has been an absolute delight. Thank you so much for doing our pod.
I mean,
Thank
Mitra,
you.
I'm literally gonna like sign off and then cry tears of joy for 2 hours.
I had such a blast, feeling
I'm
so
so
punchy.
glad.
I'm going to fall asleep immediately.
Wow. Well, spring is here and
Happy
Gagatron's
Romney
at
New
all.
Year. Gagatronza.
Happy New Year. Woo!
Happy New Year.